So my wedding was supposed to be the happiest day of my life, but my monster-in-law made sure it became her worst nightmare instead. What I did to her in front of 200 guests at the altar was absolutely brutal, and I have zero regrets. Stick around because this revenge was chef's kiss. Okay, so I'm 28. Let's call me Sarah. My fiancé Jake is 30, and honestly, he's perfect. Sweet, caring, the whole package. But his mother, Barbara, pure evil wrapped in Chanel. From day one, she hated me. See, she wanted Jake to marry this rich lawyer girl from their country club, but he chose me, a middle school teacher from a normal family. And Barbara never forgave that. For 5 years, I dealt with her poison.
Sarah, you're wearing that? What up? Don't you think you should lose weight before the wedding?
But can you even afford a proper wedding? With every single time we met, another stab, but I loved Jake, so I smiled through it. I was the bigger person until the dress incident. I found my dream wedding dress. Custom-made, hand-beaded lace, took 8 months to create. It cost $12,000. Now I know that sounds crazy, but I saved for 2 years for this dress. Every bonus, every birthday check, everything went into my dream dress fund. When it finally arrived, I literally cried. It was perfect. I showed Jake's sister Amy. She's actually cool, unlike her psycho mom, and we both just lost it. She was so excited, she posted one photo of the dress on her Instagram story. Barbara saw it. 2 days later, 1 week before my wedding, I came home from work and found my apartment door cracked open. Weird. I lived alone because Jake and I wanted to wait till after the wedding to move in together. I walked in and the energy felt off, wrong. I went to my bedroom and there it was, my dress, on the floor, shredded into pieces, not torn, not damaged, destroyed, cut with scissors, the beading ripped off and red wine poured everywhere. All over it, $12,000. 2 years of my life, my dream, gone. I just stood there in shock, couldn't even cry. And then I saw the note on my bed, handwritten on Barbara's fancy monogrammed stationery. It said, "Rish, you were never good enough for my son. This dress proves it. A real woman wouldn't need to show off. Signed B." I called Jake, sobbing. He rushed over, and when he saw the dress, he went pale. He called his mom immediately. You know what she said? She denied everything. Said she had no idea what we were talking about. Said I probably destroyed it myself for attention. Can you believe the audacity? But here's the thing. Barbara didn't know I had a hidden security camera in my apartment. My dad installed it after some break-ins in my building. I pulled up the footage and there she was, Barbara, using Jake's emergency spare key to let herself into my home. She spent 40 minutes systematically destroying my dress, cutting every seam, ripping off every bead, pouring that wine with this sick little smile on her face. I had her on camera, destroying my property. Jake was shaking when he watched it. He wanted to press charges, cancel the wedding, but I said no, because I had a much better idea. See, Barbara is obsessed with her reputation. She hosts charity galas, sits on museum boards. Her image is everything to her. Her social standing means more to her than her own son's happiness. So I made a plan, and Jake was 100% on board. First, I told Barbara we were dropping it and moving past it, that we forgave her and still wanted her at the wedding. She acted all surprised and gracious, but agreed to come. Second, I ordered a backup dress, not as beautiful, but it worked. Told everyone the original had a shipping delay. Third, and this is the important part, I worked with our wedding videographer on something very special. Our ceremony was at this gorgeous outdoor venue, 200 guests. Very expensive, very elegant. Barbara sat front row wearing this ridiculous hat, looking so smug. The ceremony started normally. Music, bridesmaids walking, me down the aisle, the whole thing. We got to the altar. The officiant started his speech about love and family and commitment. And then right before our vows, I did something that was definitely not in the program. I took the microphone. I said, "Before we exchange vows, I want to share something with everyone here. Because marriage is built on honesty and truth and family." And then on the massive screen we'd set up behind us, the one that was supposed to be for our cute photo slideshow later, we played the security footage. All of it, Barbara using the key. Barbara cutting my dress to shreds, Barbara ripping off the beading, Barbara pouring wine all over it, Barbara writing that cruel note, Barbara smiling while she destroyed what she knew was my dream. The whole thing. Crystal clear footage in front of 200 people. Her friends, her family, her precious country club crowd, everyone. The garden went dead silent. You could hear birds chirping, it was so quiet. I looked directly at Barbara. She was frozen. Her face went from white to red to purple like a mood ring. She tried to stand up, tried to run, but Jake's dad, who had no idea about any of this, grabbed her arm and made her sit back down. I took the mic again and said, "This is the woman who raised the man I'm about to marry. The woman who broke into my home and destroyed $12,000 of my property, and then looked us in the eye and lied about it." I wanted everyone here to see who Barbara really is. Not the charity queen, not the socialite, the person who would rather destroy her son's happiness than admit she can't control his life. Then I smiled, handed the mic back to the officiant and said, "Okay, we can continue now." Barbara bolted, full-on sprinted out of the ceremony. Her husband chased after her. Half the guests were gasping, the other half were whispering like crazy. But Jake squeezed my hand, looked at me with this huge smile, and we finished our vows. We got married, we had our reception, and it was amazing. Every single guest came up afterwards and said some version of, "I always knew she was terrible, but wow, that was next level." So what happened after? Barbara got kicked off 2 charity boards within a week. Her country club friends started avoiding her. Her reputation, the only thing she actually cared about, was absolutely destroyed. Jake's dad actually apologized to us and said he'd been enabling her toxic behavior for decades and he was done. As for Barbara herself, she tried to apologize through a lawyer like a month later, but we ignored it. Jake and I are happier than ever. We went completely no contact with her. She's not allowed near us, not allowed to know where we live, nothing. And my original dress, I kept one piece of the destroyed lace and framed it. It hangs in our home office as a reminder that some people will do anything to destroy your happiness, but they don't get to win. So tell me, was I wrong? Should I have taken the high road and said nothing? Or did Barbara get exactly what she deserved? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments, because I'm genuinely curious what you all think. And if this story was as insane to you as it was to live through, smash that like button. I've got more wild stories, so subscribe if you want to hear them. Thanks for watching, and remember, don't ever mess with a bride.